Today's Coach on the Couch is sponsored by Fleet Farm. Sign up and save today with Fleet Rewards. We're just days away from the opening game of the Amherst Falcons boys basketball season, and it's time for our Coach on the Couch here for the winter of 2022. My name is Mike Wendland here with Coach Phil Jagielo. And Coach, first of all, welcome back to the program. It's good to see you around again. And unlike most teams, you guys have a lot of players coming back, I guess. What have you seen so far, the early practices from this team that help you get back over the top in a wide open CWC East?
I think we're deep 1 through 12. You know, we're going to carry 12 guys on our varsity this year, and the slippery slope of my job is keeping 12 guys satisfied and happy. Practice has been fiercely competitive, and I think we've talked about, you know, if you're number 12 on our roster that day, to push to be 11, then push to be 10, and just keep pushing from the bottom. We talk iron sharpens iron, and I know it sounds cliche, but that's, you know, our goal is to just get better every day, and then everything else will sort itself out. So.
And a lot of those guys have played a lot of basketball in this program over the past few years. How much is that going to help, having that experience, and having some experience with you as well, to help get this team back going?
We've had, you know, when you look at Matthew, Tyler, and Aiden Jastrzomski, those guys have been varsity players since they were freshmen. And to see the transformation of them go from boys to young men, there's no, like, yesterday in our scrimmage, there's so many times where we would just meet the ball with our chest, and in years past, those would just be, you know, a 100-pound kid in Tyler Soulsby just getting bullied over. So not only the experience, but the physical maturity and them developing into their bodies. It's fun to watch them compete and go after each other each day.
And you talk about those three players specifically. They're all also very good outside shooters. And with a team that didn't have a lot of size last year, how are you going to try and balance that as well this year? Are you going to try and play more of an outside game, or are you going to try and do more inside out?
We've talked about, you know, yesterday we came out in our scrimmage, and it was very not very fulfilling when you start the game 0 for 12 from 3. We talked about our shot selection and what are good shots, what are great shots, when do we want to shoot the 3. You know, when we've touched it side, top, side, we're both sides of the floor, you know, gotten a paint touch and a kick out, those are great shots for, you know, there may be 8 guys on our team that's a great shot for. We don't want to live by the 3 and die by the 3. I mean, we want to get to the free throw line, we want to get paint points, but ultimately we have to play to our strengths, and I think one of our strengths is our shooting. Shooting's a premium skill in basketball, and we possess a lot of it, I think.
And I guess kind of building off that, again, the CWC's wide open. Last year's conference champion lost all 5 starters. The other top teams have lost some guys as well. How are you guys going to try and be able to fill that void and really become one of the top few teams in this conference that is going to be a fight to the very end?
You know, kind of like I said earlier, I mean, our goal is, and it sounds so cliche, but just to get better every day. And we don't, you know, we obviously have goals, you know, inside our, you know, gym walls, and we talk about what our goals are. But really, we try to just not look at it at a wide lens and just look at it as a day-by-day approach. And if we can get better today than we were yesterday, that's a victory in itself.
And I guess talk a little bit about your history. What got you into coaching? What got you back to Amherst? I guess what's kind of been your journey so far?
I was a Plainfield Tri-County graduate. We played under Josh Connect. He was my coach on JV for 3 years, and then my senior year he took the varsity job. He really inspired me to want to be a coach. He always viewed me as the coach on the floor per se. Never the best player, but always kind of had an understanding for what we wanted to do, and I was kind of the voice of the team. Was a player coach, or, you know, went to practice every day and coached with him. First couple years out of high school, ended up back at Plainfield, was there for 3 years as the JV coach. The opportunity to work with Spash and Scott Anderson popped up. I was there for that terrific run, and then it really took off then, and that's really when I kind of got that itch and wanted to be a head coach. Came to Amherst. I learned a lot my first 3 years as the head coach here. People probably, as you referenced, remember me from a suit. Probably people remember me from other worse things like my loudmouth tendencies and things like that. But I've grown and learned from those mistakes. And last year got an opportunity to spend a season with the UWSP men's basketball team. And I always wanted to get into college coaching and kind of check the big box in my mind. I'm really grateful that Coach Semling took a chance on me. ultimately, I have 2 young boys and a wife at home that need. And I need to be a father. I need to be a husband as well as being a basketball coach. And learning that there's life outside of basketball has been something that's it's been revolutionary for me this last specifically 9 months. And then the job opened back up here, and it just felt right. And went through the application process and was able to accept this position. And I have a much greater appreciation for our guys after being away from them for a year. So it's a really long-winded answer, but that's probably my last 15, 20 years on this earth. So.
No, that's always great to hear your coaches' stories and just how the chapters are just starting. It's a long way from being over. Coach, I guess last thing I'll ask you is, what do you want to say to the fans who are going to be watching the games this year, whether they can be here or not, to help support these boys and help support this team here in the Falcons' nest?
I hope you see a team that just gets better as the season progresses. I hope you see a group of young men who compete every day and just leave it all out there. And I trust that they will. And I think that we always want to be the best version of ourselves come January and February. And there may be some bumps early in the road, but we can smooth those out. And hope you see a lot of hungry and where you just get excited watching us play, and we play an exciting brand of basketball, and it should be fun.
So again, well, thanks so much for your time, Coach. Of course, that's Coach Phil Jagielo of the Amherst Falcons. Stint number 2 here for the Falcons program, helping lead the team forward. And of course, stay tuned to watch Falcons basketball all season long right here on Zaleski Sports. And this has been your Coach on the Couch. Thank you for watching, everybody.
Want to save even more at Fleet Farm? Well, now you can with Fleet Rewards. It's free to sign up, and there's no credit card required. Using Fleet Rewards is easy. Earn points every time you shop. Plus, get exclusive member offers, birthday and anniversary perks, free tire rotations, and more. Download the Fleet Farm app or create an account at fleetfarm.com/rewards to start earning points today. Fleet Farm, proudly serving the Midwest since 1955.